Hello there, you're most welcome to join me today on my YouTube video. The film today really is just a little bit of a look at the former RAF Hope Cove radar bunker, which is just here behind us. It's had quite a long history, dating, well, the original site over there dated back to the Second World War, and then there was the RAF Bolthead, the aerodrome just on the other side, and then latterly it became, well, around about 1958 the RAF regiment left and it closed down, and then it was taken over by the Home Office. But you're most welcome to come in. It got taken over by the Home Office in the late 1950s, early 1960s, and they converted it for a regional seat of government. During those days, the whole of the UK was divided up into 12 regions, and this was Region 7. What we're doing today is, well, what I have filmed is a drone flying inside the bunker, a little bit outside, a little bit inside. Unfortunately, towards the end of the film, the drone crashes, and now sadly is no longer. It's gone to the well, it's gone to the drone sky. It wasn't repairable, sadly, so I'm now without that drone. But it did shoot some reasonable footage, and I really hope you enjoy it.
This next image coming up, we're just leaping back to 1949. This is the radar station as it was during the Second World War and up until 1949, until the Cold War started. I'm not going to do too much talking throughout this film, and I hope you appreciate the images just rolling over and some music in the background, and hopefully it's enjoyable. And now the drone is flying inside the bunker on the upper floor, having a look around. We'll take a flight down this set of stairs and have a look at some of the rooms downstairs. It's a little bit jerky, but hopefully it gives a slightly different perspective, and hopefully an interesting one. So we reach the lower ground floor now, and we'll take a look at the room on the right hand side. Having scanned through these documents, we'll have a look at the room on the right hand side, which used to be the GPO switchboard room. Quite difficult to control a drone inside a building like this and not keep bumping into things. And this is coming into the what used to be the GPO's switchboard room, and as you can see in the black and white image, back in the 1960s on one of the training weekends. Coming into an old rotor operations room, which is how RAF Hope Cove would have looked before the Home Office converted it back in the 1960s. And as we carry on along the corridor, we turn left, and this is the operations room as it was here at RAF Hope Cove in 1952. This is not the exact operations room, but nevertheless it's a very similar model that the Air Ministry built. And fairly much all their operations rooms were all built on the same model. Moving across the corridor, now we go into the plant room. This is an original 1950s fit out. This equipment was kept running right through up until the mid-1990s. And in fact the equipment we're going to see in the later clip is this is RAF Hompton, another RAF radar bunker up in the northeast of England, and they actually do keep their equipment in full running order. So hopefully one day the same might happen here. We might be able to bring the air conditioning equipment and the fans all back to life.
Right, Brandon, let's give it a whirl. This 1980s fan was just the right capacity to provide fresh filtered air to dormitories, kitchens and workspaces in the event of a nuclear attack. Right, Dave, ready when you are. Ready when you are. Prior to 1974, it was a very different story. The bunker operated in its original form as a radar station. The radar systems generated a huge amount of heat, and an extensive air conditioning plant was required to cool the installation. This original 1950s fan draws a huge amount of air into the bunker. You're aware of the air movement in every room. This fan is currently set to its slowest position. There are 5 higher speeds.
All right, Dave.
As we carry on looking around these RAF stations, we have a mix of images from the past and some from the present. We're back in the plant room here for a short time, just having a look around, and what's always remarkable to me is how the condition has remained very good here, considering it's been lying fairly dormant for many years. But we'll carry on, have a walk through, have a look through, or have a fly through. This drone is still motoring at this time. And some more RAF images from back in the day. We're going to be flying the drone now on the lower corridor of the bunker, which was quite difficult as it flew straight through the opening in this door. Maybe not the first time. And another RAF operations room back in the 40s and 50s, I would say. And we're just moving now down to the end of the corridor on the lower floor. Some of these areas are prone to flooding from time to time. This is the main electrical transformer and switchboard room. Back up into the lower corridor. As the drone has a look through, doesn't quite make it. We'll try again, maybe get through the next time. Just an old layout of a dormitory back in the day, and now we're back up on the top floor looking at the domestic kitchen. And this is the top corridor where the drone's just eyeing up before taking a flight along. As I said, quite difficult to manoeuvre. Another look at an RAF operations room from back in the 50s. And we're now going to go back into the operations room of the former RAF Hope Cove. This is from its regional seat of government days, when the 3 maps were in position in the operations room. And this is just a view down a rotor bunker. And back up onto the top floor of the main bunker at RAF Hope Cove. And this sadly is where the drone met its demise as it hit the door. Really hope you enjoyed that look around, a very brief look around the former RAF Hope Cove Bunker, and then we're now just going to finish off looking at some images from Type 7 and Type 14. The underground well was flooded sadly, but after the RAF station here at RAF Hope Cove closed down, the whole regiment moved up, transferred up to Royal Air Force Sopley up in Hampshire. And I hope you really enjoy that, and please have a think about subscribing, and see you on the next one. Cheers for now.